Happy 100th episode. Happy 100th episode, everyone. Thank you for being... This is so much... Last year, it was sad. There was rain. We were in a cemetery. People were crying. But this year, we're in the Greek theater. It was very celebratory.
This year it's sad because it's the last episode.
It is not the last episode. Don't tell people that. They believe things you say. Josh, what is going through Eugene's mind when Rick attacks? He was not expecting to see Rick at that moment.
He was not expecting to see Rick. I mean, he was basically, look, he sees that Rick and the others are well organized. They obviously have a plan.
Yeah.
Eugene is very, forward thinking in terms of like, I want to make sure every base is covered. So I think there's moments where he's like, yeah, we could probably just surrender, right, guys? Like, they look like they have us outnumbered and outmanned and stuff like that. But also, I don't know, personally, I wish he would have just like shot Negan right there. Or
they didn't do that.
Let's just end this.
Are people still
shoot Gregory?
Are people still coming up to you in public and being like, "What are you doing, man?" Are they still mad at you?
Yeah, people are always mad. They think this is a documentary.
It is a documentary. Lenny, Scott writes the Morgan-centric episodes. So was there ever a storyline that you wanted to pitch him, a Morgan storyline that you wanted to pitch?
No, I'm very grateful that he writes the Morgan-centric episodes. But someone asked me something like that, but asked me, would you like to have a scene between Morgan and Negan? And so I was thinking about it, and on one level, absolutely yes, because I'd love to work up close and personally with Jeffrey, and on another level, no, because no one comes out of Negan's scenes whole anymore. So but I would genuinely like to have a scene with Morgan and Negan, kind of one where neither of them is telling the other one that they know who they are, and two guys just happen upon each other. It's not planned. It's not.
Right.
They're both on their way to something else, and they just come across each other and just see what would play out. I think that would be a giggle.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting the way that you say, like, the characters don't come out whole when they encounter Negan, and that immediately made me think of poor Josh McDermott, who endured so much rage and toxicity for what Eugene is doing on the show, and he's like, guys, you know this is not a documentary, right?
It's not?
It's not a documentary, no.
In season 8, you can expect Eugene to struggle with where his allegiance is. You can expect Eugene to survive the way Eugene knows how to survive. Yes, you could die at any moment, but, at what point are you going to compromise your beliefs and compromise who you are? Some people might not agree with it, but Eugene has never really compromised who he is. And that's someone who's been able to change and adapt and continue to survive.
Welcome back to The Walking Dead Season 8 preview special. That was Josh McDermott on what fans can expect from Eugene in Season 8. Scott, Lenny, and Jeffrey are here. So on that topic, Nest Monster on Twitter said, Scott, why didn't Rick use Eugene to his full potential like Negan is?
I think I take issue with Nest Monster on that one.
Okay, all right.
I think he did use Eugene in pretty practical ways in Alexandria.
Yeah.
I think the situation that they wound up in, Negan has the opportunity to use him for that situation. Rick really didn't have a lot of it going on, or had the scope of it going on. He was in shock after everything happened with Glenn and Abraham. I'm still afraid of spoilers, after all.
Right, of course.
I think it's situational. Negan has the right man at the right time, and I love Eugene and Negan's relationship. Negan really respects Eugene.
Yeah, he really
and
does.
that says a lot for Negan,
I mean, what does it mean to Negan that Eugene seems to have just completely joined the Saviors?
I think he's an important piece of the puzzle for Negan in his group, and I think exactly what Scott said. I think Negan really respects what Eugene brings to the table, and we keep finding out, or Negan keeps finding out more about him, and the more he finds out, kind of the more gleeful he gets about this guy being on his side. And Josh is a really fun actor to play with, and so these scenes that we get to kind of do together have been great. And like Scott said earlier, the little slivers of kind of backstory that we're hopefully we'll find out about Negan. It's important to have someone like Eugene on Negan's side, because Eugene wants to know things, and so it's been a good conduit.
Well, Negan is masterful at reading people, understanding boundaries of people, recognizing untapped potential. I mean, he really is a master puppeteer in everything that he does. And so, it's completely if you're Eugene and someone comes along and says, hey, not only am I could kill you, I'm going to invite you into the fold, and I'm going to let you reveal your full potential and give you some of that authority that you've always wanted.
And I just think he's great. And I mean, Negan's like, you're amazing.
And he protects him.
He protects him,
which is the number one thing that Eugene's about, is safety.
Yeah.
Being on Negan's side is a very safe place to be in general, and sometimes maybe not.
This is from Heather TVC15 on Twitter. Lenny, if you were not cast as Morgan, which character would you love to be? P.S. Love you as Morgan. Don't leave us ever. Is there another character?
It's a bit of a running theme, but I think I've said it a few times before. I've got a soft spot for Eugene.
Yeah.
I'd quite like to rock that mullet. You can put that on a T-shirt.
Yeah, put that on a T-shirt.